Good mythical morning, Pace Summer 2024. Hello. Welcome to the Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer Critical Edition. I am your runner today, not Spike Vegeta, and on comms with me is not J-Hobbs. Say hi, not J-Hobbs.
Feel really called out here. How's it going? It's me, not J-Hobbs.
All right, just a little bit of fun. Hey, hello, let's real introductions this time. Hi, I'm CD-ROM1019, the host of ChaosControlChannel, your runner for today. Joining me on comms is the man, the myth, the legend, and the brainchild behind the Fresh Faces 2 format, Roro Maniac 8. Say a real hello, Roro.
How's it going, everyone? Good morning if you're on the East Coast like myself.
So, Roro, we need to tell the lovely audience what they're about to see today, because I'd imagine their Pace attendees might not be so used to seeing what we're about to put on.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Kingdom Hearts 2, it looks like chaos. And if you have seen Kingdom Hearts 2, the KH2 Rando definitely looks like chaos. So we've got a little bit of explaining to do before we start the run proper. Maybe just to give a bit more intro into your host of today's run, the host actually played in my tournament, the Fresh Faces series, which is basically an installment of introducing the newer players and pitting them against each other in friendly competition. He did quite well, especially in the second iteration, and basically he's here to demonstrate what he's learned, trying to learn the crit run. Can we maybe talk a little bit about what the people are looking at on the screen?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm playing with a dual monitor setup here, which is a little unusual for a speed run here at Pace, I think. But let's talk a little bit about what you see on screen. Directly below me on the camera here is the important check tracker. That's tracking about 52 or so what the game calls important checks. In the randomizer, those are the 13 Ansem reports, 3 of each magic spell, 5 torn pages, 2 money pouches, each of the drive forms, each of the summons, once more and second chance, the 3 proofs, and the promised charm. And you can see also that you can see all these icons that denote each of the worlds in Kingdom Hearts 2. From the left down, we have the top one being Sora's Heart. That's tied to what level Sora is. And below that is Simulated Twilight Town, Hollow Bastion, Land of Dragons, Beast Castle, Olympus Coliseum, Disney Castle, and then the Garden of Assemblage. And from the right top down is Drive Forms, Port Royal, Agrabah, Halloween Town, Pride Lands, Space Paranoids, The World That Never Was, and the 100 Acre Wood. Roro, would you like to take the reins and tell them about the numbers?
Yeah, while I do that, maybe you should untoggle the visit unlocks, since they're not really needed for your run, and that's only going to add confusion as to what's going on in that GOA.
Why, what a great idea.
Yeah. Let's talk about these numbers. So the Fresh Faces format is really intended to be a plug-and-play setting for those who have never played the KH2 Rando before but take an interest in it, because the numbers are pretty simple. You see a number in a world, that's how many important checks are in that world. Every time you collect an important check in a world, the number will count down. Once you hit a blue 0, it means there are no more important checks to find in that world. Probably the most straightforward thing, and maybe one of the only straightforward things that comes out of the KH2 Rando.
Probably. It gets a little hectic, and it can get a little chaotic. I'd like to point out that I asked Roro to roll the seed today. I've done that explicitly so that I can complain to him every time something goes wrong. It's a long-standing joke in our community that it's Roro's fault. Ain't that right, Roro?
It's always my fault.
It's always Roro's fault.
I've embraced it.
Okay, what have we forgotten? Oh, how about the timer? So you can't see it on screen, but I can. The Twitch, everyone watching on Twitch will have a standard real game timer. I have 2 timers on my screen. I have a real-time timer, and I have a game timer. And the game timer is set up to track loadless. The KH2 Rando community is largely doing races and tournaments through the loadless timer. And that's basically just how long from start to finish when the timer pauses in between loads. I don't think I can really get any more verbose than that.
No need. It was well said. I think we're only missing two additional things to state about the run. You may notice that Ansem reports are tracked. You might be asking why. Ansem reports serve as hints in this format, where collecting an Ansem report will point to a different important check. The one caveat is that they cannot hint proofs. And the reason they can't hint proofs is a nice segue into what our win condition is today. The win condition is collecting the 3 proofs and the promise charm. They're the last 4 checks you see in the bottom right corner of the tracker, those 3 white orbs and the pink star. Collecting those 4 checks opens the Garden of Assemblage computer room, and you can go straight to final fights through that. So we just need to find those 4 and get through final fights. On critical, though.
On critical. Anything else we're forgetting?
Not that I'm aware of.
Something doesn't feel right, though. Ah, I know what it is. The Chaos Control Channel staple. I forgot to open my iced tea.
You had to know I couldn't have possibly known that.
Oh, I know that. Okay. Roro has mercifully rolled me a seed with no checks and land a dragon, so we get to skip that world entirely. You're welcome. Strategizing a little bit about this seed before we begin, and I'll keep this brief. There are a lot of check-heavy areas you can see on the screen. The last cool thing I think I want to mention about running a randomizer like this, the last few cool things, if you're wondering why would we ever run a randomizer at pace and why would you ever want to play one, simple. You'd want to play a randomizer because it breathes brand new life into some of your favorite games. Have you played Kingdom Hearts 2 all the way through 10 times? So have I. But now you can do it out of sequence, and boy does that get fun. You're going to see just how. And secondly, what makes this really interesting from a regular speedrun is that speedruns are kind of regimented once you know all the pathing and all the decisions you have to make. This is going to involve real-time decision-making for me, which is why me and a couple of other people in the community have coined the term Bad Decision Simulator 2024. You could probably attest to that, right, Roro?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, are we ready to begin?
I think so.
Just show off this beautiful randomizer artwork by DA first. Okay, you've seen enough. All right, here we go. Critical mode, vibrate function on. All right, the run begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, breathing new life into Cage 2 you couldn't have said it any better. You have to basically completely change your routing from time to time. You have to go into fights with tools you wouldn't expect, tools you normally wouldn't have, tools you would normally have but now you don't. It gets all sorts of crazy.
So
we started off.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. We started off Chaos Control Channel here with all level 1 movements. You'll start to quickly see why that is, because without starting off with some movement, he would be in a state that the random community dubs walkies, which is exactly what it sounds like, just walking around everywhere.
And it's not fun.
And I don't know about you, but I don't really want to watch Sora walk for 90% of the duration of the game. So we just started him off with level 1 movement, and he can find randomized movement anywhere.
Hey, Roro. I'm starting in the savannah. There must be something wrong with me, right?
No. This is the perfect starting point, and the reason why is because the savannah opens with this mob fight you see here. Mob might be a little generous for 2 enemies, but these living bones have a reaction command that's based on RNG, but the RNG is properly set if it's the first world you go into. So that's why we start in the savannah. You also notice that he went from level 1 to, I believe it's level 8. It's a little fuzzy on my screen, but there.
Level 8, yep.
Yeah. In just one fight. Getting a fire and stitch in the process. So that's why we start here. Not to mention, especially while your movement is not that solid, Lion Sora moves the same way throughout the entire visit. So that's why we like starting here. There's also a very healthy flow of checks. We have a 5 on the tracker. Somehow not finding a single one yet, but I imagine that's about to change.
The other thing that's really cool about starting at the savannah first is that I can basically hit all the chests in the Savannah or the Pride Lands in basically one go. So if I'm really lucky today, I'll be able to make a beeline straight from Pride Rock here all the way to Hakuna Matata and find every important check. Let's see what happens though.
I've never heard the Oasis called the Hakuna Matata, but it makes sense.
Well, I mean, it's what it is in the movie.
I understand.
Well, just a little bit of fan service is nice. Holy cow, once more already?
Yeah, and speaking of a money pouch, don't forget to donate to the Urban Arts, which is why we're here.
Please do. You can help by reaching deep into your pockets. All right, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, so once more this early, for those unaware what once more does, it's a withstand combo, if you will. The reason it's so nice to have this early is it lets you get a bit more reckless early on. You can go into fights with a bit less care and go for high damage threats without worry of dying.
Come on.
We found 2 blizzards.
Open the chest, please. No, okay, sit there, that's fine. I don't know what happened.
That living bone is a little annoying. He immediately starts spinning, unlike the other living bones. So you just have to give him a light tap, and he stops spinning.
That might happen here or there. Did I mention that Did I mention that I'm running on 26 hours of straight consciousness? I'm a little nervous, and to make matters worse, I downed a whole Monster Energy like an hour before I got on stage, so kind of feeling it right now.
Oh yeah, the cocktail of healthy behavior.
Elixir of the gods.
There you go. Make it Cage 2 themed.
All right, let's see. All right, you're with me. I got these chests. All right, we are leaving. There's one check left in this world, but we'll come back for it. So what I'm kind of going to do now is something I like to think some people refer to it as Shotgun World Tour. Hey, Roro, what's a shotgun? And not the actual firearm.
No, not the firearm. In Cage 2 Rando, the term shotgun refers to the fact that, as you can see, immediately after entering a world, you already have access to some checks. This is a property of virtually every world in the Cage 2 Rando. So you just pop into each world, grab the first few checks, and then move on. The Port Royal shotgun ended at those first 3. I imagine that we're pushing a bit deeper because that 9 is quite enticing.
I will push deeper into that, but not right this second. If Fresh Faces 1 taught me anything, it's always do your shotguns. I don't want to go there yet. I timed out of the first Fresh Faces tournament because I didn't do my shotguns. That was a very costly mistake. So, part of the quote-unquote Shotgun World Tour involves me world hopping a lot. So I'm going from world to world, and what I'm also doing is I'm picking some of these worlds out that involve a death abuse. Basically a fight that I could just take a death for and skip and not suffer any consequences.
Yeah, there's several of them in the game. You saw the one in Port Royal. You're about to see another here in Halloween Town. Other examples that might be utilized less, but still exist, are Beast Castle, Hollow Bastion, and Twilight Town. Their first mob fights. You do not have to win in order to progress. Agrabah's another one. Agrabah's one you'll probably see in a moment here.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna push Halloween Town up to a point. Beast Castle has Reflect. Okay. Hey, we're on the board, folks. There's 1 proof out of the 4 checks I need.
And there we go.
That's why we shotgun.
There is a scenario where all 4 proofs are very early, and you have to just go straight into final fights as soon as possible. The community dreads said go modes because you have to do final fights without very common tools. There's still plenty of time for this seed to unfold into nonsense.
You're giving me Fresh Face 1 PTSD flashbacks again.
So this shotgun, by the way, is the reason that we're not immediately pushing the worlds that have the high numbers. So you'll see like Beast Castle still has 6 checks in it, Olympus Coliseum has 5, and Port Royal still has 9. But again, in order to push deeper there, we want to have as many tools as possible to get through the more difficult fights that could be hiding the checks. So you'll probably see World Tour here, the shotguns, so we call it, for another probably 10-15 minutes while we just get every check before we start pushing deeper into these worlds.
Alright, so one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to push this world just a little further than the last time I try this to make sure I don't hit the door the wrong way. Or the way that I'm not used to hitting the door. Because bad things happen when I do that.
This room is a little precarious if you glide around too cavalierly, because the silver rocks will land right above you and drain your health from start to 0.
Yep.
You have once more, which helps a little bit.
Get out, get out, get out!
So
Okay.
So we collected a report and a magnet. The report indicates that Port Royal has a torn page. The torn pages just unlock visits of the 100-acre wood, but we're probably not going to concern ourselves too much with it, given that it's just a 1.
If it's not in the if I don't get anything out of the if I don't get anything out of the shotgun of that world, I'm not pressing it immediately.
Ooh, you're leaving an Agrabah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave Agrabah right this second to shotgun some more worlds. Sora's got hops. If only I could get him some glides. Whoops.
The Agrabah shotgun typically involves the next 2 rooms as well, but those 2 rooms can be a little dangerous.
Okay, let's see. Where's a good place to go? Olympus Coliseum looks nice right about now. It's uppies, not hops. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Sora's got uppies.
Olympus Coliseum is a pretty interesting world in its own right because the first 6 checks are immediately available to you. Maybe it's a little more than 6, but it's like somewhere between 6 and 8 checks are just lying there. But the remainder of the world, which has a very, very large number of checks, probably 20 to 30 plus, are locked behind the Hades Escape and Cerberus, which are very difficult to do with low stats and low tools. You are so rich right now, oh my
Which
God.
is precisely why we're not making that a priority right now. I'm gonna grab these 2 and see if they got anything good inside, and whether or not they do, I'm leaving. Okay, let's see. Let's head over to... yeah, this way. I want to point out that there are two checks in drive forms, and I'm going to have to pay close attention to where I am and where I can level them up. So, if any of the other rando community watchers are here and watching and they're questioning some of my decision making, that might be on purpose. That's because I'm trying to put preference to leaving certain parts of the game untouched until I have certain forms. But when push comes to shove, I will press them anyway.
Another example of a nice death abuse, that the Samurai takes out so much of your HP so quickly when you have low defense. So it looks like you're setting yourself up to do the Bailey fight, is that true?
To do the Bailey fight? Yeah.
Yeah. That routing's really nice because then you don't have to double back anywhere. It's a perfect zigzag route to not double cross anything. You do have to be a little bit careful here. We only have 2 defense, and the magic stat is probably what we're going to be relying on here.
Yeah, you're right. I looked before I leaped, Roro. What can I say?
That just feels like the Fresh Faces mantra. Just push content.
Oh, Leon, you're not helping me here. Okay.
Samurais are what are going to be tricky.
No! Okay, yeah. I'm going to give that one more try. Actually, before I do...
Did you equip once more?
No, I didn't.
I was going to say that. I'm not sure that should, like, that was the withstand combo.
I knew I was forgetting something. Alright, let me just... let me room save. There we go.
The room save applies any changes made to the menu, so had he applied that once more and died once again, the once more would not be reapplied upon the revive. So that's why we did that little bit of friendly. It's a gimmick you might see throughout the run.
Deaths might happen every once in a while. I will try to keep them to a minimum, but depending on the... I have Magnet Burst, that's right. I'm like, wait a second.
Oh, I didn't even notice that those got picked up. I don't know where you got them.
I saw it and I didn't say anything and I forgot that I had it.
Magnet Burst in particularly is a really devastating blow to all of the enemies in the area. And it does magic damage in the process.
That's a helpful finisher right here, honestly. Ow. Alright, come on. And I have Explosion! When did I get that?
Excellent question.
Alright, cool. Well, that's a good combo.
I'm at least commentating. You're playing. I don't know what your excuse is.
Oh, I'm not. I have no excuses. I'm just surprised. Alright, I am going to hop back in. And try to get
Hollow Bastion, the second visit, is also... It's not really considered a shotgun colloquially, but it can be viewed as one because upon completing the Bailey, an additional, I want to say an additional like 11 chests present themselves that require no additional effort to collect. So this play of HB2 is common and very respectable.
I'm going to push this at least as far as the mansion, or the castle. Never know what good stuff I can find. Oh, you know what? Not fast enough yet. Sora Hawk Pro Skater.
Hopefully we don't have to employ the skateboard for any other rooms. Hopefully
That would be
you'll just find
nice.
some glides, right?
A glide upgrade any day now would be pretty preferable. The way I learned this corridor was always veer left, which isn't always exactly true, but I just learned it on practice.
Whatever ensures you get through all the chests. These forms are also not presenting themselves to you. I know in practice you've liked leaving Beast Castle and Twilight Town in particular to later so that you can level grind the forms. Can you tell the community why those two particular worlds are ones you have an aversion to without forms?
Yeah, so as I'm sure plenty of people are aware, each of the forms level differently. Valor is 1 EXP per hit, Wisdom is 1 EXP per Heartless defeated, Master is 1 EXP per Drive Orb, Limit is 1 EXP per Limit performed fully, and Final is 1 EXP per Nobody defeated. And I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I classify the opening of Beast Castle a particularly good space to level up Valor and Wisdom, and sometimes Limit, and the exit well, not the exit, but the path to Merlin's tower has a big nobody fight. It drops a ton of nobodies until a certain amount of time or until you take a death abuse, and that's particularly great for leveling up final form.
Yeah.
One of the, I think I heard you say once on a stream before that one of the harder things to do when you're learning the rando is learn and memorize good places to level up your dry forms.
Yeah, it's always tempting to use those spots to level the forms. There are many an occasion though where it's push comes to shove, it's not worth saving it for much longer. For example, this Beast Castle being a 6 could very well be hiding the very forms you'd want to level.
Very much
inside
could
of
be.
Beast Castle.
I won't know until I try. That is the curse of the randomizer.
Yeah. It's a solid skill to learn how to level your drives as you naturally progress through the game without having like a specific spot to save for certain drives. Though you can't blame anyone for a specific spot.
Okay, I'm gonna grab.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, what's up?
I was gonna say, because I can't blame anyone for wanting one spot where you can just knock out the form grinding, because I don't know about you, but I don't think form grinding is the most entertaining content in the
Yeah, speak for yourself. I'm having a blast.
You don't have a form yet. That's the...
Can you tell I'm wired? We like to have fun here, Pace. By the way, there are probably... I don't know what everyone thinks. For a long time, I wanted to put a lot of thought to what game I wanted to learn how to speedrun. For a while, I thought I wanted to learn how to speedrun Super Punch-Out. I'm continuing to have a little bit of trouble learning that one, but the randomizers are really fun to learn how to speedrun, and they're worth it too because the communities are growing larger and larger by the day, and the rando community for Kingdom Hearts 2 has gotten particularly large. There's never a better time than right now to join it if you've ever wanted to dip your toes into a randomizer and you're a particular fan of Kingdom Hearts. And I'm pretty literal when I say that because we just had an interesting drop recently, didn't we, Roro?
We had a ton of new stuff come out in this last week. Yeah. I think that for the sake of the audience, we should not go into more details. It's
No, not yet. I'm playing coy about a few things. I'm not expecting to find anything through here, but I wanted to try it anyway.
It's a shotgun, right? You have like a
Yep.
decent number of checks in the courtyard. Mini drops will pop up.
Okay, I feel better about having the chest on that screen. Let's see. I know what I forgot to do. Let's go here.
Nice.
And I might have enough tools to start pushing some worlds after these last two shotguns. And I think I have a prime idea of where I'm going first.
You wanna clue me in here? Because I see a couple options.
Right. If anyone's wondering if I'm gonna shotgun STT, the answer is no, I'm not gonna shotgun it, and if I'm lucky, I won't go there at all. But we don't know yet, so let's see.
STT doesn't really have much of a shotgun around it. So STT, by the way, short for Simulated Twilight Town, is that quote-unquote very long prologue in Cage 2. The first item that you receive requires going through several days of content, and the first check is the elect money pouch. It is expedited. You don't have to go through every single day. Like, not all of the content in Simulated Twilight Town is included, but it's very, very backloaded in checks. There's not really much of a shotgun scene to speak of in Simulated Twilight Town.
So, space paranoids. The only particular problem with shotgunning space paranoids is I cannot immediately leave. So, I am stuck here until I turn the power to the console back on. Which is what we're about to do, because the shotguns have awarded us nothing. Roro, apparently I'm late to the party because apparently STT is a certified banger? When did that happen?
That happened during Paupu Komi's 6th installment of the Charity Tourney series, where there was a poll that came down to people could vote whether STT is a certified banger or a resident sleeper. And according to their poll, STT is a certified banger. But I disagree. It's a very, very boring world.
I'm inclined to agree with you. Alright, let's see. Okay, so all the shotguns at this point are complete. Whatever I do and do not have is basically over. So, at this point, I have to start making some moves. So, I'm going to push Port Royal because Port Royal is the particularly check-heavy world here. And it's also a great place to get some extra EXP. And I think I have a magnet, so I do. And I have explosions. Ooh, this is going
the
well
magnet
for...
explosion combo is possible because in crit we typically start runners off with finishing plus, so the magnet pulls people in, or the heartless and enemies in, and then the explosion just deals magic damage out.
I'm okay. I don't know how that happened, but wow. All right. I might have gotten a little ahead of myself for a second. That really confused me. All right, we're gonna try this again. There. A little faster that time, too.
Yeah, so for those unaware, the Once More is a withstand combo. The second chance, which we don't have yet, is the one that lets you survive a hit that would normally kill you in one shot. So that he died because it was a one-shot hit, so the Once More didn't do anything there for us. I'm a little shocked of how few checks we've found in a world that has 9 of them.
I am mildly concerned, but I'm also somewhat used to it.
20 to 25% through the checks in the world. This is a...
Whoops. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's not what I wanted, but it worked out anyway. Okay, cool. I am happy with that. Blizzara. Alright. Hey, another magnet. Oh, and there's my limit form right before I got knocked to hell. Alright, come on. Let's try this again. Watch out, watch out. Okay, we've got a problem here. Hold on. Let me recheck my abilities. And let me change up my strategy a little here. Okay, I
could potentially just magnet to get them sucked in.
Yeah, I probably should. Alright, let's try this again. Let's pop this, and then... Wow, alright. Poor decision-making 2024, what can I say? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do.
It's a hard room to navigate. They pack a punch.
Okay, here we go. There, I got around it. Alright, here's the part I'm a little more worried about, though. Let's see if we can get this right first try. Oh, shoot. Okay, whoop. Alright, we're good. Come a little closer.
So this minute fight, it can be a little scary because the pirates can just absolutely whack you. They hit very, very hard. It's a nice place to also, though, get some early experience, you can see. Just standing from a distance and spamming either blizzards or thunders It's a nice way to accumulate some experience. If you even have an experience boost, it's an ability that lets you double or triple your experience boost if you have several of them, since they can stack. It gets you a really, really nice spot to level early.
Ah, rats. You know what I should probably do? I should probably go and buy a few ethers. Because I have both money pouches and I've got cash to burn.
Well, you lost your magnet in limit form, right? Because you died and... You don't get them anymore.
Hold on.
Or you turn it right around.
Hang on a second, I'm thinking. I can't think and talk at the same time. Makes my brain hurt. Alright, here we go. Hey, so Roro, how
What's up?
how psyched are you for the Steam version of Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, I've bought these games so many times, I'm not immediately jumping, I'm not foaming at the mouth to buy it. Not yet, at least.
Yeah, I hear ya. I'm happy. I want it on my Steam Deck, but maybe not full price, Square? Oh boy. Whoa, okay, immunity state, that's cool.
Yeah, so when the pirates shoot at you, if your elevation is fairly drastically different from theirs, it will not land.
Ah, okay. Ah! Oh, man, I was just about to pop a potion, too. All right, hold on. We're going to try that one more time.
It's a tough fight. It's very helpful to try to stay in the bottom left corner and just spam the blizzards and ensure they don't get close to you.
You know what I should...
Once the pirates...
I'm sorry, it just occurred to me. What I should also be doing that I'm not is I should be making use of my limit form.
Yeah, the limit form also gives you kind of like a nice panic button to restore your HP.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, hold on. Let me think. All right, hold on. We're gonna... All right, you know, I'm not gonna lie. My cage is a little rattled at this point. I'm sorry, chat. Let me get my bearings. That's not my magnet button.
Happens to the best of us.
That's not the magnet button, CD. What are you doing? That's your Okay. All right. I'm just destined to have a bad day today. Here we go. There. Leave me alone. Okay. I'm trying, Chad. I'm trying. All right.
It's a broom.
All right. This is the one. I can feel it. Hang on. I don't want to take too much time on the ground to pop another ether, so I'm just going to let my magic charge. And then I'll start blasting. So anyway, like I said, I started blasting. Okay. I have room to breathe. I'm feeling better.
Nice.
Yeah. Whoop. Safety. Okay. Don't care. I just... I feel better. I just did that for safety.
All that matters.
All right. With that out of the way, and with a baseball charm acquired, we can proceed. No, that's okay. I didn't want them over here. By what? I thought they were...
The bomb hit you.
Ugh.
The bomb hit you that they...
Yeah, I was so confused for a second. You know what it is? My magic stat's not as high as I'm used to it being at this stage. So that's kind
You're
of
also coming from beginner, so that's also a thing chat should be reminded of. The Fresh Faces tournament that you came from was played on beginner, so this is more of a learner showcase of how different crit is from beginner.
Yeah. Get over here, please.
So fun fact, this can actually be skipped by going into the cabin and then talking to Jack again. Every segment on the boat where you have to do a pirate mob fight can be skipped. With this one being the exception.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to play a little more defensively, just out of a need.
Yeah, using the limit form is going to be very helpful for you here.
Oop. Oh, okay. That's not what I wanted to do, but that's okay.
We'll take what we can get.
Oh, okay. 2 more. Well, if nothing... Oh, baby. All right.
The reason... That was actually very fascinating, because typically that attack would be covered by once more, but CD got hit by the second hit only, which knocks it down to a one-hit territory attack.
This is taking too long. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. I forgot how this game works for a second. I forgot that was the first fight. Okay, here we go. Wrong way, genius. No, it wouldn't be Chaos Control Channel if things didn't go wrong, especially in a live event. Like that. That's awesome. All right, we're abandoning ship.
You've got some other shotguns you can still do.
Yeah, I sure do. All right, let's, I'm gonna push, Agrabah a little further. I am embarrassed. I just want that to be clear. I am very embarrassed.
This is why we do our shotguns.
This is why we do our shotguns.
No, it's all good. The Pirates world is really tricky because it's one of those worlds where you get stats by doing it, but you also want to have the stats for doing it. So it's kind of a chicken and the egg situation. Do you want the stats to get the stats? It's tough to navigate. Space Paranoids is kind of in the same light. We're doing the minute, or it's not a minute fight, but the timed fight that's colloquially dubbed screens to get levels is also really challenging because you want the stats to kill them quickly, but you're also doing it to acquire stats.
Screens
it's
is
a
also
showcase of in the rando of why it's so hard to place those two worlds.
Screens is also a fantastic area to level up Wisdom Form because Heartless spawn endlessly in there.
Right.
Okay.
We did collect. Go ahead.
Go ahead. What's up?
You did collect a torn page, which gives you an additional 3 free checks in the 100-acre wood.
You're right. I could check there. I probably should.
The way that the 100-acre wood in the randomizer works is that anytime you collect a torn page, the next visit pops up, but you don't need to actually complete it to get the checks. There's one exception that we'll cross later should it come up, but as you can see, the next visit reveals itself. And the 3 chests are just lined there, but you don't have to do the minigame if you don't want to. You can just leave after collecting these first 3 chests.
Yeah, and we're leaving.
Sadly, didn't get to snipe that one.
Yeah, come on. Okay, let's see. I think I have enough tools to push Olympus Coliseum a little better now, so that sounds like a good decision right about now.
I wonder at what point you're going to bite the bullet and go to Beast Castle. It's got that reflect, which would be a very, very nice tool for everything you're about to encounter, as well as 5 additional checks.
Believe me, I can and will get to that point. It has happened before.
That's it.
Seeing how far I can push the envelope here.
That's it.
Yeah, this Magnet Burst is putting in work.
Oop.
The other tool that's very useful to have here is the Magnera, because it is 2 magnets is just, especially in these earlier worlds where the mobs kind of spawn in closer together, it just brings everyone in one spot for you to just obliterate them.
Whoops. No, not... knew that was going to happen. Oh, wow. That is unfortunate. I'll get it this time. I ran out of magic right before I wanted to.
I typically like closing out this the 3rd wave with the form, because you get to restore the form immediately upon walking out of the fight. The reason being is that anytime your party members are forced out or in, you get your drive forms back. You get even if you were like with 1 sliver still in your drive form, you get the full drive recovery upon the next route.
Yeah, would you believe me? I was this close to doing that right before I died. Woo! Aerial dodge reflect. Thank you. Whoop. Not the right button. There we go. We are out of here. Okay.
Nice. And now you can see why we leave this until so much later. It's quite a challenging room to get through with low tools. So even if it is just a very, very check dense world, we leave it for. I like to leave it until I have all of my other shotguns completed. It's not easy. What's our plan for Cerberus here?
Hit it till it dies.
A good plan. Anything more specific?
Up. Use the right button for the reflect. That would have been nice. You're right. I don't. Oops. Hold on. Let me look over my abilities again really quick. Because I'm pressing all the wrong buttons and it's starting to irritate me. Yeah, that's all right. Let me check this one. All right, you don't belong there. You belong down here. That's where I like you. Okay, that's fine for now. Try that path one more time.
Now, because the randomizer starts you off with or at least in these settings, you start off with the Olympus Stone, you can use forms, and typically you'd be locked off of your forms when your party members are away, but we actually possess limit form. So that could be a way that you can deal out some extra damage.
It could be, and it's there right now in case I need it, and I might. So let's see how this second run goes. Oop. Jump. And jump. Jump. Come on. Stand still. I said stand still. Oh, bad dog. Don't make me get the dog paddle. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't do it.
It's doing it.
Don't freaking do it. You, oh my lord. All right, everyone say it with me. 1, 2, bad dog.
Nice cinematic finish there.
Yeah. Oop, okay.
I was hoping you'd pop the limit form Ragnarok kills it in one shot.
Yeah, you know, that would have been a smart thing to do, and as we've already established, I don't want to finish that thought.
You also want to make sure that you save your limit form for when you're actually in a pickle. I get it.
Well, Roro,
At
you
least
think
now the worst part of-
you think Pace accepted my run because I'm good at this game? What are you, nuts?
But at least the hard part's over. The Hades escape and the Cerberus push is why we leave OC for so late. Now that those two are completed, a nice, healthy flow of checks are going to come in.
Hey, Roro, why is training going so fast?
So the randomizer has a lot of quality of life features incorporated into its generator, and you just witnessed one of them. Typically, you would have to actually go through both the practice orbs. The first one doesn't play too differently because you only need 20 orbs. But in the second round, you need 100 orbs, and they disperse very, very slowly, and it takes a lot longer. And it doesn't really take that much skill to get through. Yes, you can equip a draw. Yes, you can try to destroy the urn slightly faster. But given how much it slows down the check collection in OC, the very talented developers just said, let's just make this a nuisance. And now it's a lot more bearable.
Yep. Basic answer is we don't like doing it, so we make it faster.
If you do like doing it, good news, you can toggle it on in the generator.
We'll just say nasty things about you behind your back. That's not true. We won't do that.
No, just say it in front of me.
We'll question
Give me a
why,
chance to defend
we'll
myself.
question why you're a masochist, but
So I can defend myself.
Twilight Town has my wisdom form. Well, ain't that peachy. So that's not entirely good news for me because, well, I mean, because I don't want to, I'd rather not pass the dusk fight before having one of those, but I'm going to have to at this point. I'm still kind of holding out hope that I can at least find Valor or I can find Final. And if you're wondering how often that happens, it happens often enough.
Oh, I don't know if it happens enough to not go to Beast Castle. I'm biting my nails here.
Gee, thanks, buddy.
Finds neither.
Yeah, great.
The random can be cruel.
Hey, Master. That's something. Not quite what I was looking for, but it's a thing. Actually, I'll tell you what, though. If I have a drive converter, I can make use of that.
Drive converters are very useful with Master Form because it turns, if you have Drive Converter on, it converts money into Drive Orbs, which is very useful if you're trying to level up Master because it levels up by collecting said Drive Orbs. I think we had one, but I could be mistaken.
Yeah. I will check in a second. I'm a little preoccupied. And this world is dead. So we have found all checks in this world. I have no reason to stay and no reason to come back. Actually, I do have one reason to stick around, but I don't have the tools to make use of it. I might come back here to level up Master because the Hydra is a particularly good boss for doing that. Drive converter. Do I have one? I do. Okay, so you were wondering about that bite the bullet thing? Now's a good time.
So at least you can level Master if you wanted to with said drive converter.
See if I can get this to at least level 4.
Oh my god, another drive converter on Master 2. What a
Do
cool
I
place
really?
for that.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Okay, that's a bummer. That ended way too quickly. What did I get to? Level 2? Alright, I can play with this a little while longer. Just kind of mess around with some of these things to give me some more drive orbs. So if I waited and I went into that with Valor form, that Valor would basically be like level 3 or level 4 right now. Alright, so I got this to level 3, so that's not awful. Whoop. I'm gonna need to...
especially if Valor form or Final form were on drives, which is possible. Drives can be on drive levels.
And that would make me very sad. But it happens a lot.
So we're about to get a very, very healthy flow of checks here from the East Wing and the West Wing. I imagine that now that we've entered, we're going to attempt to do the first boss in this world, Thresholder, upon finishing the chest collection here.
Yes, that is my plan. Thresholder also drops a decent amount of drive orbs, so if I can get another drive gauge before then, that would be fantastic.
You could pop a summon before doing the wardrobe push, and that'll restore your drive when you start pushing the wardrobe.
Hey, 2 of 4. What,
Hey, approve!
I didn't catch that. What'd you say? I can do a what?
So if you pop a summon before doing the wardrobe push here,
Oh, yeah, you're right.
when you enter the wardrobe push here, party members get forced out, so your drive gets restored. And that's how you can get your drive gauge back.
Another
Here's
quality of
example
life.
of that quality of life.
Yep, go for it.
No, the wardrobe stays sleeping. You can just push it.
Yep. The fact that it
It would
stays
be very
sleeping makes
funny
us very
to
happy.
convince the audience you're just so good that your wardrobe never wakes up.
You mean that's not the truth? You had me fooled. I don't have a lightning on. Okay. We good. Ow.
Not
Ow.
quite making it to level 4, but that's alright. Getting closer.
Hey, I'll take what I can get. That still put me closer to level 4 than I already was, so that's... It might not have looked that helpful, but believe me, in the grand scheme of things, it was.
Yeah, prior to Thresholder, I'm shocked that even though you didn't shotgun Beast Castle, the only thing that came of it was really a proof, which is nice and all because it's required, but nothing in the name of tools. I guess you got both gap closers here. Flash Step was in Bell's room, and Slide Dash was behind Thresholder. So required Beast Castle if you wanted that gap closer.
And let's grab this. I think I might have turned a combo plus on by accident or something. Because this is taking longer than I need it to.
I think you have Dodge Slash on, which is why it's taking longer.
What'd you say? Box skip?
Dodge Slash.
Oh, dodge slash.
The circular attack that you're doing there.
Oh. Come on, Potts. Okay.
Nicely done. Getting those 2 chests along the minigame is a nice little optimization there.
Yeah, that took a little bit of practice. It's helpful when you have a couple of movement upgrades.
Yes, absolutely. We still have 4 checks here? How?
Actually 5, because the reflect hasn't been found yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really concerning.
We didn't miss any chests, did we?
No, I don't think
tried
so.
to pay attention.
Roro, I'm scared.
This
Would
is
you hold me?
I'll hold you and chat together, because the reason this is so scary is we have only 1 chest left in this world. And yet 5 checks to find. So everything else is going to be behind bosses and checkpoints. Of which we have the chest after this, the Dark Thorn, the Rumbling Rose Keyblade pop-up for talking to Beast, and then Zaldin.
All right, there's a reflect element. That helps.
Okay. I was going to say, we're running out of places for it to be.
Right. So I realized that I didn't say anything before I just did it. I know this is completely wrong terminology, but I just did something. I just performed what I like to call a gate warp, or incorrectly referred to as a wrong warp. But Roro, you want to tell everyone what just happened?
I think that within the KH2 rando community, the most common term is save warping. I'm not entirely sure of how the backend works, so I'll try not to speak with too much confidence, but the idea is that what you can technically save warp to the next closest save point to the next story element. So in that situation, we started in the West Wing, and the closest save point to the next progression, which is this Darkthorn fight, is in the East Wing, which is why it teleported in there. This is not the only world that you can do this in. It happens again in the World That Never Was, Land of Dragons. It can happen in Agrabah, as well as some other places that I can't probably think of off the top of my head.
You know what? I'm at level 4. What am I doing? There. I didn't turn a thunder on. We're gonna fix that in a minute. Wow. All right. Hup.
So Uki brings up a good point in chat. With 4 checks left, is that true? I don't...
Might be. I wouldn't be surprised. It's always second world boss when we don't want it to be. I didn't check to see if I have Duck Flare. That stinks. Well, that's okay. I can do it a different way. Oop. I didn't need to do that, but whatever. Nah, whatever.
As I was saying, Uki is very, very close. Like, Zaldin is very likely at this point. Nice! Popping up the beast limit, this should end the fight.
Okay, so there were 2 reflects in that world, and I got a secret, or an Ansem report.
I think the Zaldin requirement will be if this pop-up doesn't yield anything.
Okay. Another Ansem report, so we... Alright, let me think this through for a second. I need to check my abilities again. I need to fix... That doesn't go there. You go here, and I want you over here. I don't have a thunder. Oh, I know why I thought that. Okay. I just realized my dry forms are technically dead, too, but I'm still going to try to level them up here and there because I want those. I need to take a second to think. Where am I? Oh, you know what I can do now? I should have a better magic stat now, and I need to also take a second to... Here's part of my problem. I'm going in with 0 armor, so let's fix that.
Oh, I didn't notice that you didn't do that. Yeah, that's step 1. Give yourself better armor and accessories. That'll amp up your strength, magic, and defense.
Again, if I were a smart man...
It's very easy to forget in the chaos of the randomizer that this is something you can do.
Oh, right, okay. My magic stat should be better now, so I should be able to... Yes, okay. I'm feeling better about this now. Way better, alright. We're in business now. I've been practicing this whole format for weeks. I'm trying to show everyone something fun to look at. Can you tell I'm self-conscious?
There's nothing to be self-conscious about. Port Royal Pirates, they really are hard to time. That's the other thing.
Why
Like,
am
once you
I
have a form
anxious?
or a thunder,
Oop. That's a danger zone. All right. Come on. Ah, come on. Oh, whoa, baby. That's a Brodeo waiting to happen. Come on. Okay. Hey, there's my Valor form. Of course it'd be buried in pirates. All right, time for everyone's favorite game show, Yeet the Barrels. Say it with me. Yeet. 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 Two more. Come on, let me hear you. Yeet. Extra loud now. Ow! Hold
are
on.
you talking to me or chat?
Hold on. Some people are not happy about being recorded. Yeet! Hey, there we go. I love this crowd.
So any percent rando, I'm assuming, refers to the requirements for a clear in the most rudimentary sense is finding the 3 proofs and going through final fights. This is kind of a slightly altered version of that, where the Promise Charm is also required, but then you don't have to climb the entirety of the world that never was to get to final fights. Kombucha.
Torn page. Still 4 checks in this world. Give me 3 right here. Come on. There's 1. Give me another one. Come on. There's 2. Do I see 3 for 3? Ah.
3 for 3 would be a little absurd.
Yeah,
given
it
how
would be.
much is still left in the second visit.
Just a little. Just a tiny bit absurd. Oh, I went into this with low health. That's cool. I love when I do that.
You have limit form.
You know what? Let's do this my way. You know, I was surfing YouTube yesterday, and there was a channel that was, like, streaming the entirety of the old 80s show Reboot, which I haven't seen in years. Oh, man. That's what I get for going up for monologuing. But I always remember the scene when Matrix was in the bar, like in the 3rd season, and he's like surrounded, and he's like, whoa, we can do this the hard way, or we could do it my way. Gun, Death Blossom mode. What does it matter this run? Absolutely nothing. I just wanted to waste your time. Partially because I said I want to do this my way. My way is bringing the pain via limit form. When it works right. Maybe I shouldn't do this my way. I think my way's getting me in trouble. I'm starting to have an epiphany, Roro, and I feel really bad about it.
When you have a high health, blizzards are very helpful here because he can just basically freeze, and you also have explosion. So if you get him stuck in the light, blizzard explosion loops, those are nasty because your magic stat is just busted here.
Normally I go into this with some thunders, but I somehow haven't found any yet, so it's kind of... Oh,
yeah, sadly
shoot,
you don't
it's
get
kind
to see the
of
KH2
messing with me a
Rando
little.
Space Program. The KH2 Rando Space Program involves equipping Thunder and just spamming it on Barbossa and...
Freeze, please! Thank you. Nope. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'm happy with that.
Nice.
Still 2 checks left here, so I'm really, really hoping I don't have to go to GR2 for the last one, because I just got one of them. Space Paranoise is dead to me, unless I really, really need to go in 100 Acre Wood. So that's relatively good news. Alright, let's revisit Halloween Town, or more appropriately, Christmas Town.
So something to keep in the back of your minds, chat. Port Royal and Beast Castle, despite it being the second visit, it is more daunting, but both of those second visits do have still some free checks available. Beast Castle, you only have to get through one mob fight, and just talking to Beast actually reveals the Keyblade that you would normally get there. He is a randomized check, so you can quickly grab that. And in Port Royal 2, you do have the second Grim Reaper, but you have a ton of chests that you can collect before doing the second Grim Reaper.
I was kind of dialed in for a second, so I didn't hear a word you said. I'm assuming it was insightful.
It's all good. TR2, BC2, good for you right now. That's the TLDR.
Hey, okay, this was worth it. The promise charm is there next to a proof. I don't see that happen very often.
Right in the shotgun.
Yeah.
So we're just missing one more proof, and we can start doing final fights.
I could, but I'm probably not gonna without my second chance. I would like to dig a little harder for that. And I have Reflex now. Why is it... Oh, I already knew that. All right, wow. My brain is set 3 moves behind. Okay, why am I in... Get out of first person. All right, where else do we need to go? Let's see. Oh, I know a good place to go. I know a couple good places to go.
You definitely have a lot of viable options right now.
Let's level this up for a little bit. Hey, there's a thunder. That was worth my time. Okay, I just cleared out drives.
We had that for the space program.
I don't really need to keep doing this, but... actually, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's revert. And... I don't know how far I want to go to dig for this check right now. Honestly, not very far. But with that being the case, with drives being dead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back into Twilight and start pushing this. Final fight's no lightning.
So sadly, because we're out of drive, and I don't think we acquired Eternity Limit, this is sadly going to be a little slow. But that's alright. We need to get through this to get the Wisdom Form in the next check over. This would be... normally what you would want here, and the reason we didn't do it earlier, so let me rephrase. It's not slow by anyone's fault. It's more so that we were hoping to find Final Form, because as you can see, look at how many nobodies are spawned here. We were saving this in the hopes that we could level Final here, but as CD said, because drives are dead, what's the point in saving it for Final Form anymore?
It suddenly wasn't worth my time anymore. High risk, high rewards, except when it's not. Hey, chat. Hey, audience. If you're having a good time, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Alright, I got one. I'll take it.
I'm having a good time.
Alright, we're having a good time. I'm happy. At least we're having a good time.
I'm seeing newcomers to the KH2 Rando tryout crit. I can't not be happy.
You know, that reminds me, for whatever reason, if somebody's interested in the Rando, if they're newcomers and are intrigued by what they're seeing, where should they go, Roro?
KH2Rando.com.
You mean I shouldn't give them your phone number?
I mean, maybe not to everybody.
Oh, you might want to call your provider.
Oh, and only the Wisdom Form is left here in Twilight Town.
Yeah, so I've got no reason to be here unless I really want that Wisdom Form for some reason. And I don't think I need it.
But the hint that it gave you is really nice. The world that never was has a cure in it, so that cuts the importance in half for the world that never was.
Let's see. I can push Hollow Bastion because there's no reward for waiting anymore.
So we're getting down into the territory that, when it came to the Fresh Faces settings in particular, it was dubbed the Curse of the Ones. If you look at the numbers on the tracker, there's a lot of ones, right? So you have to kind of make a game time decision of where to go, and there's not really a ton of bad choices. You just have to try to get lucky and find the right one to push.
I have to this is weird. I have to physically remind myself that all my buttons are where I want them to be now, because I wasn't using them right. Okay. All right, we're good. We're going. We're cruising.
So, by the way, we did just gloss over the Cavern of Remembrance. In the KH2 randomizer, it can be turned on. For these settings, we turn them off, just because the Cavern of Remembrance creates this interesting divergence where you could either continue in Hollow Bastion proper or go into the Cavern of Remembrance, so we just turned it off.
That's what happens when I don't have second chance. So the reality of needing to go to jail is becoming increasingly more real.
You've got a ton of ones you got to take care of. You still have time.
High anxiety. That's better. Nope. Oh my God. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Railroad coping? I mean, listen. If we have to go to the Resident Sleeper World, we will go to the... Oh, we're skipping the... Don't forget about the 2 checks behind...
Yeah, it just occurred to me as soon as I hit the loading trigger.
It's okay. You can go back after Demix.
Yep.
Unlike the KH2 proper, you usually get put straight into the Final Fantasy fights. The randomizer actually gives you a chance to breathe and leave. Which also makes this a nice place, the Final Fantasy fights, a nice place to level wisdom forms.
Hey, Tech, I don't know why I waited so long to bring this up, but I can't hear Roro in my ears, and it's starting to get really hard to hear him when he's saying something. I don't know if I'm just going to have to live with it or not, but that's what I'm dealing with right now. That's why I have an ear off my headphone off my ears. I'll live with it if nothing can be done. I'm just letting you know what's happening. Ah, don't... Oh, you... Okay. I'm gonna back up a little bit and get these chests that I missed.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Trinity Limit. It's a good thing I waited this long to go into STT.
Pretty fitting for the Demix fight, given that the any percent strat for Demix leverages said Trinity Limit.
Dance, water, dance.
STT slander. I wouldn't be surprised if the Discord has an entire problem with me by this point.
Well, listen, I'm engaging in the STT slander. Discord decided to disconnect while I was, spreading my simulated Twilight Town propaganda.
Oh my God! Why?
Oh wow, this could be okay.
Oh, that
it does deal out
that
damage.
stinks. Oh, that feels real bad. Of all the moments.
So sadly, this happened because we don't have Final Form. Final Form would have reset our anti-points as we utilize our forms, but because we don't have it, we're getting punished for utilizing our forms.
I'm in
hindsight,
shock.
it
I
took
don't
this
remember
long.
the last time this happened to me. Okay, we're good. Well, maybe. Hang on. I'm gonna have to get... Oh, okay. Ooh.
Nice reflecting.
Oh, panic, man.
The 1 HP.
Yeah.
1 HP.
Oh, why did... Okay, no, wait a minute. This is fine. I'm okay. I'm good. I know what I'm doing.
You've got Magnet, you've got Explosion. You have Magnet Burst. The most important thing here, especially with no drive gauge yet, is to try to keep your magic bar fully, at least somewhat stocked.
Roro, I apologize. I may ask you to repeat yourself every so often. I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
No, it's all good. You focus on the game. I wasn't saying anything super pertinent to what you're doing yet. Especially now that we have a drive gauge, so we can use limit form if we need to panic.
Did I turn on a Berserk charge?
Maybe on a Keyblade?
Oh, this doesn't
No,
seem
you
right. Tell me my Kingdom Key has a Berserk charge on it.
I don't think it does. Maybe you accidentally turned it on?
I knew this Kingdom Key was too good to be true. I saw the stats only. I'm like, oh, no way. Oh, okay.
It's alright, we're getting our magic back. Try to keep your magic very stocked here. Because these Morning Stars will one-shot you without second chance.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has a Berserk charge. What the heck?
You can pop limit form.
Oh, yeah, I could. Yeah, it's alright. Alright, we're having fun.
Nicely done.
Not you. Okay, so I'm gonna go into the Maw. The Maw is actually a really good place to level up limit form. I need to check my. Oh, you know what? This is a perfect time to check all my items. Yeah, it does have a Berserk charge on it. That explains a lot. Okay, this is fine. 9736. Okay, we're good there. Let me check my stock. I have an HDR and some DRs. That'll help. 1, 2. Oop, not that. Okay. All right. Right. Here we go. Hit me, thank you. Hit me, thank you. Ah, missed it. That's okay. Oop. This might be dangerous. Oh, we're good. Okay.
Luckily, for the most part, once more protects you here. Not a ton of attacks here are solo hits. So as long as you're above 1 HP, you should be able to continue being in the fight. There is a trick that you can perform here to make 1K a bit more bearable. It may require a little bit of a higher magic stat, but actually with even 2 magnets, if you spam magnets and go into first person and look down at the floor, the enemies just melt off screen.
Oh, wow. The second I stop. All right, round 2. That lack of second chance is really hurting right about now.
Oh yeah, big time. Our defense is shockingly low for the amount of content that we did too. Normally our defense would be a little higher.
Oop. I was trying to get up. Oh man. There's still. I'm running the. You know what? I'll tell you what. Third attempt, and if I can't get farther than if I hit an accidental death or an unfortunate death again, I'll go to jail.
So while you're doing this, Uki actually DM'd me an interesting proposition here. Uki has bet me $20 to Urban Arts. I will take the side that STT does not have a proof. He will take the side that STT does have a proof. Loser donates $20 to Urban Arts. I accept this bet.
I hear you saying things. I have no idea what they are. All right, you want to give that another try? Were you trying to tell me something?
I was talking to the chat.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
we were saying that there's a bet going for Urban Arts about whether there's a proof in STT.
All right, let me turn this on first of all, and then... Okay. Hey, Roro.
What's up?
Guess where I'm going?
Where are you going?
I'm going to jail!
Oh, why? You have so many things you could be doing. You do have the Trinity limit, you do have the limit form in all seriousness, though, so this makes sense.
Yeah.
Those are two things that can speed up the first fights. So, in Simulated Twilight Towns, Let's try that sentence again. In Simulated Twilight Town, there are two dusk fights where you can't actually kill them, but you need to perform 10 hits on them, or die. Given our defense stat is a little too high for the tutorial world, we're going to try to get our hits done quickly by leveraging our magics, our Trinity limits, and our limit forms.
Another quality of life improvement. Better STT. It allows Roxas to retain some of the abilities that we found as Sora, such as magic and gliding and movement options. Makes playing Simulated Twilight Town a little more bearable. Please tell me I turned this on. Oh my god. Sag.
You have limit form, though.
Alright, I'll turn it on after this.
Don't forget about limit form. Not sure if you heard me or not.
Yeah, you're right. That will come into play. Just not right here. Come on. All right. Oh. As soon as I can get use of my menus. Now, for example, there we go. Wait, what? Hold on. I think I'm... Right! I didn't room save. That makes sense.
You can also apply all your stat boosts.
Okay, let's turn that on before I forget. That goes on. That. Okay. Combo boost. All right, that's good for
You
now.
have Berserk Charge on still on your Keyblade, by the way.
Oh my! Thank you. I'll fix it.
This is the room save gimmick that we mentioned earlier. Because if you die after menuing, the menuing does not save.
Oop. That's not the quit button. There we go. Okay. Fix the Keyblade as soon as I get a second.
So now you understand why Simulated Twilight Town isn't considered a shotgun. We are multiple minutes deep into this world now, with no chests to find, no checks to be collected. We found the money pouch after quitting our job. And that was the first possible place a check could have been.
Alright, this should go a little smoother. That's better.
Beautiful. Trinity Limit dishes out 10 hits in rapid succession, ending that segment altogether.
Something else I forgot to do, turn on my thunder. Okay. Boy, I tell you, that trip home's gonna be a real drive of shame today.
No, why? You're
Self-deprecating
jumping from
humor,
beginner
folks.
to crit. It's a pretty massive jump. Where it's a learner's showcase of moving from fresh faces to the crit run. You're doing just fine.
Okay. So, another QOL improvement. Twilight Thorn's fight is significantly sped up because it's slow, and we don't like it.
It's slow, but can be one-cycled with your limit form. The limit form, the nice thing about Simulated Twilight Town, it's a gimmick of the world itself, is that you have unlimited limit forms here. So you can pop limit form as many times as you want, and just perform limits with reckless abandon.
That's not going to kill him. Yep, gonna have to break his neck.
At least you get a cinematic finish, you know? You get the cinematic finish that Cage 2 intended for. Break his neck, there you go.
Boom! Alright.
Swag finish.
I'm
there
always
we go.
amused by that death frame.
Reaction boost for a reaction command kill. How fitting.
Okay, where are we now? Oh, that's right, still in jail. Okay, the struggle tournament. Here we go.
For reference, the reason that it was called jail at one point is at one point in the randomizer development, you could actually not leave Simulated Twilight Town once you enter it. Now you can, but in the past you couldn't, which made Simulated Twilight Town very, very annoying. Nicely done. So the struggle tourneys here are just going to be a complete breeze because the combination of Trinity limits and draws serve a nice dual purpose. The Trinity limit keeps the enemy in constant hit mode, and the draw actually brings all the orbs in. So you're just constantly pulling the orbs out and then drawing them into yourself.
That's not my thunder button. That is. There we go.
That's more like it.
Beautiful. No
Just a round of mildly bullying, Axel.
My life is a chip in your pie. Tough.
Champion in 8 seconds flat. Oh, look, an Ansem report. Hollow Bastion has my final form.
Oh, yuck.
Great. Love it. Just great. Just the best, really.
Exactly where you want that final form to be, right?
Yeah. I couldn't think of a better place for it if I tried.
I'm liking my odds here of it not being an STT.
Yeah, me too. Kind of makes the timer run a little longer, but hey, content, am I right?
You pushed most of the other content, so you'll wrap up here, I'm assuming, very shortly.
Nothing there. Nothing up my sleeve. Alright, let's go.
So we're finally in the backloaded content of Simulated Twilight Town. Now that we finally finished the struggle fights, the steady flow of chess can come in.
Yep. Essentially the welcome to now. Now. You're seeing now, sir. Everything that's happening now is happening right now. What happened to then? We passed it. When? We missed just now. Go back to then. When? Now. Now? Now. We can't. Why? We missed it. When? Just now. When will then be now? Soon.
I'm impressed you were able to pull that off. I would have stumbled over my words trying to do that.
Such a great movie, man.
Can you tell that Simulated Twilight Town is not that interesting?
Not at all, man.
So with the completion of the Simulated Twilight Town, hopefully soon, the Curse of the Ones has never been more prominent. We now have to start making decisions of what worlds are the fastest to clear in their entirety, because we don't know where this last check is going to be. Looking at the board, our Port Royal and Beast Castle look mighty spicy, because they have early checks that you can get pretty quickly.
Yep, they're still on the board. It's not lost on me, believe you me. But I am banking on this last one being in the mansion.
I think it has to be, right? The only thing that it could otherwise be is the Axel 2 fight. Yeah, good point, Uki. The only exception to the Curse of the Ones is levels, and we do still have our Space Paranoid screens open.
You're right, I do.
So for those that don't recall from KH2 proper, in Space Paranoids, you have to freeze the screens when the MCP traps you. However, the enemies just keep spawning. So if you can kill them quickly enough, you can just get perpetual levels until the clock runs out, and just gain a ton of stats, find all your levels very, very quickly. It's typically reserved for earlier gameplay to get higher stats, but given that our Space Paranoids died earlier, we didn't really have a need to push it.
Right. That is accurate. Right, no finishers. That's okay. All right, we're in the thick of it now, Roro.
Come here. I'll make it all stop.
Burn, baby! Oh, okay. Wasn't ready for that. Can you not? Used to having at least one more swing on that. I guess I didn't have enough finishing pluses. Alright, there we go.
Nicely done.
Oop.
So I gave the suggestion of Port Royal or Beast Castle, but what are you thinking with your Curse of the Ones still left?
Where do I think it's left?
Where do you think you're going to go next if it's not here?
Well, it's definitely not here. You know, I could use a pick-me-up. Smacking around rocks a little might make me feel better.
This is also a very solid play. Behind Roxas, there is also a nice healthy flow of chess. So if we can get through Roxas, then we might be able to kill off the world that never was relatively quickly.
I'm going to give my way a try once, and if not, I'll play it safe. Oh, wait. What am I... Oops. That immediately went out the window. All right, hold on. I have to I need focus. No, my God, wrong button. Hang on, I can save this.
You can recover. You can just go straight into limit form out of the Trinity.
Oh, I should have went into a... Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Slide! Ugh. Okay. I'm okay. We're having fun. And first try. Okay.
Nicely done.
Oh.
The Arcanum finisher can trigger a lot of RV, and it also pushes Roxas very far away. So a common strat utilized is not to perform the finisher in the Arcanum there, and you can actually just keep looping him with another ground combo and an Arcanum. But honestly, this was that was more fun.
Yeah, I feel marginally better.
And while you're collecting these checks, we actually did get 3 donations.
Oh, please, by all means, read them out.
Shout out to Kulos for the $35 donation, entering in for the HDMI modded Nintendo 64 console raffle. Uki Miyoshi with the comment, "Okay, I lost my bet with Roro. Here it is for the cause. Much appreciated." And Kalat11 saying, "Paid up the bet as I joined also." So thank you to Kulos, Uki Miyoshi, and Kalat for the collective, if I can do basic math, looks like $80.
Are you guys hedging
span of a
bets on me?
minute?
I'm so confused. Nobody's telling me anything. I mean, you're telling me a lot of stuff, but you're not telling me the things that matter right this second.
Do you need me to tell you something that matters right this second?
I suppose it can wait until later. I just don't know how I'll feel about it. Alright, so... Let me check something before I decide if I'm going to do the content. Oh, it's not there. That doesn't make me feel good. Alright, I'm going to give it a try. Let me room warp just to make myself feel better. Okay. Alright, here we go. Let's give this a try.
You really shouldn't have betrayed us.
How many times will it take?
Gotcha now.
Oh, we put on auto limit.
I did?
Well, you just went through and kind of mashed the party member abilities.
Okay. Yep.
Stats are really good.
Oop. Thanks. Oh my... Okay, not thinking clearly.
Okay, nice damage.
Where did you... Ah! Nope.
He room
Okay.
transition to his DM.
Alright, this is okay.
The Donald memes are false. He turned on Donald Cure. Donald will always heal.
Ah! Oh, come on. No! Ah! Oh, I got... What? I had...
You have once more.
Oh, okay.
This RC is very dangerous because you are completely vulnerable coming down. Luckily, we landed low to the ground.
What the... Okay. Oh, thank you, Donald!
Clever little sneak.
Oh, coming in clutch.
What? Okay. I don't know what just happened there. I must have pressed the wrong button. Let's see. Ah, no. I diverted my attention too long.
Yeah, those lasers are...
Oh,
the blue lasers are very, very punishing.
You know, I didn't even... I totally forgot that I had once more. I got my once more and my second chance mixed up.
You really shouldn't have
The insanity is starting to set in.
Gotcha now.
Clever little sneak.
White block.
Oop. Where are you? Come on. Oh. Oh. Yep. Guard. Oh, okay. I guess we're doing this now. What are you doing? What is this? Get... no, I'll do the whole thing over here. That's cool. Fireworks are fun. Totally
Maybe
what I
we
wanted
can
to do
get
the entire
Zigbar-
time.
Teleported away right as we did the finisher.
Ah!
Nice.
Thank you. No! Revert, please! Thank you! Ah. Time to get out of my way. Ah! It's all it takes. One trip, one slip up. All right. I would feel a lot better coming back to that once I had second chance. Where
Yeah.
else could I press this? Oh, you know what?
You do, if I recall, have Berserk Hori, if you want to rely on that.
I have, what?
Berserk Hori, or Horizontal Slash.
Action boost, Berserk. Jeez.
Your Berserk was on a Keyblade.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the... Yeah, I don't know that strategy.
So for those unaware, the Berserk Horizontal Strat is how I think newcomers typically tend to try to get through Zigbar the very first time. Horizontal Slash counts as a finisher, and Berserk Charge basically means you never land said finisher, but it lets you do Horizontal Slash in perpetuity. So if you run out of MP and then just start mashing square instead of X on Zigbar while in Berserk mode, that Horizontal Slash can take him, honestly, from start to finish flat.
Probably very effective. I just need more practice with strategies like those.
Yeah.
I think we need a little bit of a breather. So I'm going to hedge a bet that the last proof is hiding in 100 Acre Wood because it tends to do that every time I don't want it to. So let's make a push here and see what we find. And you know what? Oh, my lord. You know what I just realized? I just realized how many checks are still on Sora's heart, so it's probably hiding in there, too. I don't know why
Yeah,
it
it's
took
a
me this
very
long to
real
realize this.
possibility.
How many pages do I have? I have a couple.
You have 3.
I have 3? Okay, so that's 1.
And you know where a 4th one is.
That's right, I do.
So if you don't find the check in the first 3 pages, what's going through your mind? Where are we heading to next?
Yeah, I already have a plan.
Care to fill us in?
Getting mini games out the way.
Hello? Are you there?
I'm still here. I didn't catch what you said. I'm sorry.
Care to fill us in on what that plan is?
Oh, yes. It sounds like it would be a good time for screens.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that's a very solid strategy, because you can get the torn page as well, potentially by clearing out that first visit. So Spooky Cave actually having the most checks out of any visit in 100 Acre Wood. That's only accessible once you collect your 4th torn page, so that Space Paranoid is looking mighty juicy right now.
The problem at this point being that it could still be hiding anywhere, in any world that still has a number 1 on it. But the content, though. Okay.
One more mini game.
Is it here? Is it there? Where is it at? And sad. Okay. All right, so we're definitely gonna push for screens after this, for space paranoids after this, because that torn page suddenly has meaning to me. I'm so glad there's nothing in Land of Dragons.
Yeah,
okay.
that would be an annoying world to trek up at this point.
All right, here we go. Let's do screens. Let's also hope that while doing screens, I can get a couple checks out of Sora's heart. Those checks are up to level 50, so they could be anywhere between, like, now and the next 20 levels.
I don't recall collecting an experience boost. Maybe we had one on a Keyblade.
Oh, what? Collecting experience in screens? You do.
No. I said I don't know if we have an experience boost.
Oh.
Maybe we got one on a Keyblade.
Sorry, selective hearing and all that.
I was gonna say it would be kind of impressive if I got to this stage of Cage 2 Rando without knowing if screens give experience.
Shoot. All right, this is fine. There's my feather charm.
So yeah, as Uki pointed out in chat, saying no Stitch.
Oh, duh. Why didn't I think? Oh my god. Oh, see what you made me do. End, please, no.
It's also not bad either. He can pull the enemies in closer to you. But Stitch basically provides you
Invulnerability as well as free magic refills. They do come at kind of random intervals, but you can see Stitch just licked you in the bottom right of your HUD. I said what I said. I have no regrets. And you just perpetually deal out damage that way. If he's misbehaving, you can just say "lick me, bro," and usually that's enough to get him excited to give you your MP back. Don't forget to watch the clock.
Yep, I see it. Alright, that's enough. 8 levels, not bad.
Not at all.
It's a start, though.
Hopefully we can acquire this torn page that's in Space Paranoids and clear out the spooky cave.
Oh, okay, yeah. There it is. Okay, we're leaving.
Are there any super bosses on for these settings? No. This is this is just Fresh Faces, which is basically usually in the Fresh Faces settings, the World That Never Was is actually even turned off. We're just doing a learner showcase of turning on critical difficulty and the World That Never Was.
As tantalizing as super bosses would be at this point. I'm gonna have to take a pass. I don't think respect for super bosses in this estimate. Alright, everyone's favorite minigame. Here we go. Look how much fun we're having.
You don't like babysitting?
I don't... Say that again. What did you say? I'm sure it was funny, but what did you say?
I said you don't like babysitting?
I don't know, do they? Because I can tell you what I think about it. Nope, this way.
So something that I actually didn't even realize until playing the randomizer. It's a fun little gimmick. It's not required and it barely speeds anything up. But with enough high jump, you can actually jump over the flags that spawn the bees. So as you're moving them, you could jump over them.
Oh my god. I knew it!
Wow.
I knew it! It's always in 100 Acre Wood, man! I'm telling you. Nope, I say it all the time. No one believes me.
You can just quit out of this, by the way.
Stop the ride. I want to get off.
You can just quit out of this because it'll save the proof in your inventory. Yeah.
God, I'm leaving. I've had enough of you animals. Get me out of here.
That's a pretty cruel place for a proof. It's a required. Well, maybe not required. We don't know where that last front page is, but it's like a fairly hinted solo page Space Paranoids.
All right, I need to take a quick detour. Level 3 is nice, but I'd like this to be I like my limit form to be a little higher going into finals. Oh, and I don't have second chance here, so we're not done yet. I just realized.
You can do the magnet first person trick. Just spam magnets and look down, and then keep spamming them and replenish your magic.
Well, yeah, I can do that after I buff my limit form.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's going to cap out at 5, so I just need to do this a few more times. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so...
Nice.
Man, I've seen this done once. I still haven't figured out how it's done.
You just got to enter first person after you do the mag.
Oh, that's what I'm missing. Okay, hold on. Oh, you kicked me out of... Oh, yeah, you're right.
There it is. There you go.
Except I'm out of magic now, but that's okay. I can just do this.
You can always pop
I have
limit
magic
form.
again.
Beautiful.
All right, I get it now.
There it is. Look at that number just go way up.
What do you mean what's happening above me? You don't need to see that.
That's privileged information.
Privilege is revoked.
That's on a need-to-know basis.
Oop. Ow. Pain.
Nice.
Ooh, I gotta start using
All
that
right,
from now on.
we're
That's
right
pretty
there.
cool.
It takes a little bit of some finesse with only Magnet 2. With Magnet 3, you can pretty comfortably do it in a very spammy way. With Magnet 2, you got to kind of find your position.
Okay.
All right, I think we're there. Nicely done.
All right, so, yeah, there's final. Fantastic. Great. Love it. Taking bets on where my second chance is hiding.
You can go into the computer room of the GOA and farm
I had the exact same thought. Let's do that first.
You want to explain to the people what they're about to witness? Because this is, even for the rando, this is pretty esoteric. I think you misheard me again. Can you hear me okay?
I still hear you.
You want to explain to the audience what they're looking at?
Oh, yeah, so, I didn't hear you say that part. Sorry. So this
No,
is
good.
specific to the randomizer. This is we refer to this as go mode when we have the proof, the 3 proofs, and the promise charm, and you can use the computer console to go to the Station of Awakening. And this is particularly useful if you find all 3 proofs and the promise charm really early, and you're just completely underleveled. This room will drop a number of these rare heartless that, when you use your reaction command on them, will drop 3,000 experience each, which is really good for power leveling. This final check is probably sitting on level 50, because of course it is. So now we're stuck doing this until I cap out there.
It's either level 48 or level 50. There's no other option.
So I want everybody to know, it's not lost on me that we're supposed to be doing this fast at pace, but I am deathly afraid to go into finals without second chance, so we're going to look for that for a little bit.
Let's go. There. Let's go.
It's on level 50, my lord.
Let's go. Let's go.
And it's a reflect element. Cool. That's what I wanted.
Not bad. Reflaga can be very, very helpful in final fights.
Yeah, that gives me a that's all 3. That's Reflaga. Okay, so, all right, taking all bets. Let's see. Where can I knock out fast? There are 2. Yeah, there's still 2 left in Halloween Town. Why didn't I notice that earlier? Oh, wrong way. You're getting your money's worth today, folks. All the content. You paid for the entire seat, and the edge is just not enough.
I'm wondering if you'll consider Port Royal, because that's the only world that you really have here, aside from the world that never was, that still has chests in it. I guess DC is Disney Castle is another one, but that requires pushing all of Mini.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. That's still in the back of my head. Oh, right. Ah. Oh. But come on. Let's get it on time. There we go. Okay. All right. It was an Ansem report, and there's a fire left, so there's nothing here left for me. So it could be in Port Royal, it could be in the Pride Lands, and it could be in Agrabah. Which basically means I am leaving. This world is dead to me. Why did I... Oh, my... Think. All right, hold on. All right, there we go. I almost panicked for a second. All right, let's take a bet on Agrabah. Nope.
Yeah, Oryx makes a good point. Your defense is... I don't think the defense is high enough to prevent... I don't think it would defend against a lot of the attacks. 30 defense is still slightly too low in final fights.
And I am too scared to test that theory.
You, depending on the runtime, though, you might not have a choice.
Duly noted. Good point.
I think Agrabah and Port Royal are 2 of your quickest worlds to check, so you might have enough time to get through those.
They're prepared if we go slightly over estimate, too. Whoops. That was a misstep. Okay, we're good.
Beast Castle is not necessarily that useful for second chance because one of the checks literally cannot be an ability, because abilities cannot be on pop-ups. So if second chance is in Beast Castle, it is exclusively on Zaldin.
Oh, jeez. Almost had a home run there. Wrong way. Let's get these first. All right, come on, game. I'm begging you. It was a thunder. All right, we're leaving.
I think you have time for maybe like one more decision and then like maybe a second depending on how quick the first one goes, and then final fights time.
All right, you know where I'm gonna hedge a bet? The one place I didn't give any thought to earlier, or at least not enough.
We're just doing everything to avoid the Port Royal, aren't we?
How unlucky would I be if it's on GR2?
Well, you have 11 checks before GR2, and that you can get very, very quickly. So I think that you're not going to get unlucky. You just have been avoiding it.
This way. Gather. This way.
This seed hurts me.
Let's go.
It's a good thing I had you roll it.
Yeah, good thing I rolled it.
We're having fun. Excuse me, passing through.
This way.
Oops.
Let's go. This way. Let's go. This way.
Likely dead to a report. Let's see.
This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go. This way.
Ports are first visit only. Yeah.
This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go.
Please get out of my way.
This way. Let's go. This way. Let's go. This way.
Oh, we're in the clear.
This way. Let's go.
So I have some behind-the-scenes information.
Lay it on me.
In the interest of time, would you want me to tell you where Second Chance is?
I'd
before
rather
going-
not.
Okay. Because you have probably about 12 minutes for the entire rest of the run.
Yeah, if I want to make the estimate. All right, let me take a chance on some of
I'm
these.
telling you behind the scenes what they're telling me.
Oh, gotcha. All right, I will hit these and then I will make a move. It'll be a little tricky, but I can do it.
You definitely can. You've got all
right,
the
yeah,
tools.
you're right. It's dead to a report. All right, we're moving. I tried. I gave it enough time and effort.
I can tell you where it is after the seed is over if you're interested.
That depends on how mad I want to be today. I have a 6-hour drive home, Roro. I have to think about these things. All right, here we go. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Everything else is basically where I need it to be, so this might not be so bad. I'm probably making this worse in my head than it really is.
Absolutely. Final fights, no matter what difficulty, the nerves start flowing because there's not really anything you can do to change your approach, your strategy. You're stuck with what you've got.
I
Now,
think
for
I need a
those of you
vibe
that
check. I think I need a vibe check. How's everyone doing? Still having fun?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, good enough.
We had a scavenger hunt for second chance that didn't get completed. I think that's fun. To those of you that know how the final fight sequence of KH2 goes, the rando does it a little differently. We completely omit the Dragon Xemnas fight. It's slow, it's irritating, and greatly prolongs the run with not that much skill to be had. So we just take it out.
And on top of that, I just really don't like it.
I don't think many people do. I think that's why the demand was overwhelming to get rid of it. So you go straight from one armored chairman to the next armored chairman.
Yes, indeedy.
Very nice use of the magnets, by the way, to get rid of all of those heartless into the engine core. Or into the engine, sorry. This is the core.
Oh, okay, that's fine. If there's any place to die, it would be right there. Try again. If nothing else, everyone got to see the most unprofessional speedrun of their entire lives today. Ah!
It's a randomizers aren't speedruns.
But I'm trying to do it fast. At least I was.
Oh. I think the randomizer is kind of a nice, as much as I joke about it not being a speedrun, it is a speedrun, but it's also, there's a trade-off between speed and safety. You know, with speedruns, you usually go for these high octane, high damage, get through the fight as fast as possible. With the rando, there's a lot more emphasis placed on safety. And Beatty put it perfectly. Randomizers are a speedrun, but you're racing your own sanity.
Yeah. I'm speedrunning how fast I go from happy to tilted. Gotta make a statement. You gotta reach deep inside yourself and say, what am I willing to put up with today?
Okay.
Said fools.
So your full magic stat is going to be applied here because this ceiling goes really high.
Way too early. All right, come on. No. I'll take my chances, thank you.
Yeah, one properly timed reflect and he's gone.
Alright, that's better. Well, closer. Fool. Alright. That's one.
Nicely done. One fight down, 2 to go.
Yep. Alright, let's get the funky one out of the way. Here we go. Okay. A 1 HP gateways. Eternal.
Armored 2 just melted there, holy cow.
Oop. Ooh. 2 HP gateways. Nothingness.
So this is the trickiest part of all. We need to find a building and perform the RC again. Looks like we're going to go for the bottom left one. It's usually pretty stable. Nice dodging of the lasers. If you aerial dodge frame 1, they don't appear, but dropping down is a very elegant way to get rid of them as well. Holy cow, nice reflect gap closer.
Alright, everyone take your bets on how many tries this will take. I've been practicing this for weeks. Let's see how poorly this goes. Here we go, y'all. Let's see some hypes in chat. I missed it already. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Ah, too early. Wasn't thinking. Okay. Oh. All right, hold on. I can salvage this. No! Oh my god. All right. I knew that was over from the second I did that. I'm taking one death. I'm going to take one death, and that's my one. I'm going to give this one last try, and if that's it, I'm calling it to Dome.
So I think that just because some people might not know this about the randomizer, the reason we didn't go through that cinematic experience is because you can actually skip it in the randomizer by performing something called dome skip, which means if you over damage him past the HP gate and keep your combo going for long enough, you can actually kill him without doing the cinematic finish.
Ripes. Poor timing on that. We're almost done, everyone. Stick with me. I assure you, nobody's in more pain than I am.
No one's in pain.
I'm ready
we
for
all
it
want
this
to
time.
go
Here
well.
we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Too early. 1, 2, 1. Okay, safe. Not so safe. See, that's what... that's where my second chance was needed. All right, yeah, I'm totally taking Dome next time it happens. 2, 3,
Make use
1,
of the reflects.
2, 1,
They are
2,
good.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oh, rats. Oh, my lord, that would have been it, too.
Anger and hate are supreme.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No thank you. Oh, he did it again. Hold on. All right. I have to stop bait. That's just bait at this point.
If you perform 2 complete finishers on him, he will always vine there, because you hit his RV.
Duly noted. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Too early. Oh, I'm having PTSD flashbacks. Come on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. What happened? I don't know what happened there. I have no idea.
Anger and hate are supreme.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I lost count. I'm losing my crap. All right, come on.
Anger and hate.
No quit. No quit. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Safe. All right. Oop, no. Okay. All right, laser phase. I'll take it. Riku, please. Give me an ether, please.
Why don't you avenge?
I'm okay. An ether, Riku! An ether!
Do you not have any?
Oh, okay, we're good. We're okay. Oh, that's way too early, but... Oh, you... Okay. Ah, it's alright. Oh, we're still in this, chat. We're still in this. All I need is a swing! Ah, time!
Nicely done.
Ah.
There we go. Nice dome skip.
To the entire schedule and everybody in front of me, I sincerely apologize and I thank you for your patience.
No, this was a wonderful showcase.
Oh, man. All right, we are, I think, overestimated at this point, so I will try not to belay any of these points too much further. First and foremost, a very heartfelt thank you. If you couldn't tell, this was my first showcase ever, and I'm very happy to have done it here at Pace. This has been incredible, and I can't wait to do more if you guys will still have me. I have to now drive home and go back to plotting how to infiltrate GDQ's Doot Doot crew, but that's a tale for another time. Please, if you are interested in trying the randomizer for yourself, we have a super large community for the KH2 randomizer. You can find everything you possibly need to get started at kh2rando.com. Go there, get started. We'll see you in the Discord, and we have beginner-friendly events just for you. Roro, you want to say anything?
No, I think you did an excellent job basically showcasing why the rando is so fun no matter where you are in the skill level. It's a new challenge every time with a variety of tools, and I hope that we get to see KH2 Rando showcased again. And
Oh, me too. I know you and I got some talking to do. We got some stuff coming up. All right, last points. I will make these very brief. The world, look around you, people. The world is getting to be a scary place. And about 10 years ago, I decided to take a stand because I firmly believed, and I still believe to this day, that no matter how bad this place gets, we still have an opportunity to unify everyone through gaming. That's why I founded the New York Gamers Federation so many years ago, and it's up to you to start your own cliques and collectives and spread the joy and the love. I give thanks to all my friends at the New York Gamers Federation back at home. Big thank you to everyone at the Chaos Control community, which find us, twitch.tv/ChaosControlChannel. And last thing I'll say, and if you disagree with me, you're perfectly fine to do so, but it's important to me. With how scary the world can be, I want to make this clear. God is real. God loves you. He wants the best for you. Yes, you believe in that. Much love, Pace. Take care.